In this video, I'm going to show you the gaming performance of Forza Horizon 3 in 4K, and I'm going to demonstrate the gaming performance using my beast, which consists of 6900K and two Titan X Pascals water cooled and 32 GB of RAM. So at the moment, as you can see, I'm running the game in 4K resolution. As you can see, everything is max, even the MSAA is 8x and the FXAA is turned on as well. This is a DirectX 12 game and this does not support the SLI. So although I have two Titan X's, but the SLI is not working, and in reality only one card is performing. Let's save this configuration and let's see what are the frame rates. As you can see, the frame rates are above 60 for the most of the time, which is actually a very healthy and nice sign. However, there are a few instances. For example, I'm approaching this city. When I reach the city center, there is a particular road where the frame rates actually drop down a lot. The frame rates will reduce from 60 FPS to high 50s, and there is a particular road which I will show you which demonstrate even lower FPS. Although I am very happy with this game as far as the graphics and the gameplay is concerned, however I feel that Microsoft has missed the chance to showcase what a good DirectX 12 game should look like, and they should have supported the SLI feature. If Microsoft is not bothering to implement the SLI in a DirectX 12 game, how I can suppose that a third-party developer will do the same for a DirectX 12 game. As you can see, the frame rates are continuously varying, so better to turn on the VSync. It will lock the frame rates to 60 frames per second, and the max frame rate will not increase above 60.
Turn around. In 200 yards, keep left. Keep left. In 200 yards, turn right, turn right.
So let me show you which road I'm talking about, and this is the road. As you can see, I have started with 60 FPS and it is now reducing as I started driving. The frame rates were 60 FPS, now they have reduced to high 50s and they will reduce to high 40s as well. I'm pretty sure this is not because of the MSAA. Let me demonstrate this by turning off the MSAA, and you will see that the frame rates will stay pretty much the same. There won't be any increase in frame rates. And as I will demonstrate later on, the major difference is actually the shadow quality and the reflections quality. As there are a lot of buildings over here, so there are a lot of reflections on the glass, and the frame rates actually take a hit because of that. In addition, there are complex shadows in this particular area, so if you reduce the shadow quality and reflection quality just a little, you can achieve better frame rates. Only this particular section of the road demonstrate such problem, and here you can see even without MSAA turned on, the frame rates are pretty much the same, which demonstrate actually MSAA is not to blame here. Let me turn on the MSAA. In 4K resolution, I prefer to use the 4x MSAA instead of the 8x because the difference between 4x and 8x is not that huge in such a high resolution. However, some people believe that you don't need any anti-aliasing in 4K, which is also not correct. It really depends on the size of your monitor as well. Even if you have a 4K monitor but the size of the monitor is big, you will still be able to see the jagged edges and you need anti-aliasing. At the moment, the graphics card are not overclocked, they are running at stock speeds. They are only water cooled at the moment, and because of the water cooling, the clock speed is actually higher than the spec because of the GPU boost 3, which clocks the cards higher as much as it can while maintaining the NVIDIA specified constraints. But in the upcoming races I will actually overclock the cards, and I will show you what are the frame rates if I overclock the card. So in this particular race also, as you can see, as I move towards the city and as I will enter the city, the frame rates will dip down, and they will go somewhere in high 40s or somewhere around that region. But later on, when I overclock my cards, I will show you how to get the better frame rates with overclocking, and also how to get the better frame rates in that particular section of the Festival City road that I have shown you already. But I will show you how you can improve the frame rates and how you can actually achieve 60 frames per second in that particular stretch of the road. So this is that particular section of the road where the frame rates drops in 40s. As you move away from this section, the frame rates increases again. Here you can see the frame rates are back to 60s once again. So this was the real world example of the racing. Let's check out one more race. In this particular race, everything is again at max. However, I forgot to turn on the anti-aliasing, so anti-aliasing is not on for this particular race, but I don't think you will be able to spot anything on the YouTube video. As you can see, the frame rates are locked to 60 frames per second and the graphics are excellent, and this game has really very nice graphics. Mind you, all this nice graphics and this performance in 4K is courtesy to a very high spec PC, and no other graphics card including the 1080 will be able to run this game in 4K with all settings to max in 60 FPS. So let's move on to another race at the night time, and let's check out what are the frame rates and how the game looks. So just to remind you, the graphics card are not overclocked yet, and at the beginning there was a lot of smoke. There was certain dip in the FPS, but they stayed above 50 frames per second. I'm really waiting for someone to come up with a solution for SLI for 4K gaming, because to me the 60 FPS is not good enough in this particular game. I have seen that I play much better if I play the game while the game is around 75 to 80 FPS or more, because the game is much more smoother at that time and the lag is a lot less and the reaction time is pretty good at that particular stage, and I usually play very well when the FPS is around that region. And that actually one of my problem with the 4K gaming, because most of the monitors are still locked to 60 Hz, which is not good enough for someone like me who is very used to have a 144 and 165 Hz monitor, and most of the time I get 100 plus FPS on my games. And when any game drop down to 60 FPS, believe me, I feel that there are lags. If you get used to 100 plus FPS, coming down back to 60 FPS is little bit hard, and initially it feels that the game is lagging. I'm one of those persons who prefer the FPS over the little bit small bump in resolution. To me, 1440p with a fast refresh rate monitor is the sweet spot at the moment, in terms of the monitor, in terms of the graphics card also, and in terms of the FPS for current games and the future upcoming games. I'm also one of those who like to play their games in perfect graphic settings with all the eye candy and with anti-aliasing. And for 4K you have to use very high graphics card. Even one graphics card cannot handle the 4K. You need to have two graphics card, and many new DirectX 12 games does not support two graphics card or SLI. I don't understand that why people are willing to sacrifice the eye candy, the anti-aliasing, and also the other sweet stuff the PC gaming offers only for the sake of a little bit more resolution. So now I have overclocked my graphics card, and at the moment, as you can see, the graphic settings are all at max with the 4x MSAA. To me, this is the best graphic settings for this particular game for 4K resolution. And you will see that the frame rates will stay pretty much locked to 60 FPS. This particular race inside the jungle is also very demanding because of the complex shadows in this particular track, but since the cards are overclocked, the frame rates are actually very good and stayed locked to 60 FPS for most part.
Warren. Pilot screen. Call it when you're ready to drop.
Righto, there's the finish line. Cut me loose.
Turn left. In 400 yards, bear right. Keep right.
As you can see, even with the very high speed car, the frame rate still stayed pretty much to 60 FPS.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. In 400 yards, turn left.
So another race with the overclock card, and the graphic settings are at max with 4x MSAA.
Amazing drive, boss. I honestly had no idea they were going to jump your car. If I'd known, I might have insured you for more. But hey, it's fine. Here you are, in one piece.
Sounds like we've got another one for Warren's rescue home for wayward and abandoned classic cars. Go find it for me, will ya?
As you can see on this particular road, using a faster car will result into even lower FPS. So the solution is either reduce the graphic settings to high instead of ultra, and in 4K even the high still looks pretty good. Is this ideal to me? No, it is not ideal. I want everything to be in ultra. There is another solution. If you want to stay in ultra graphic settings, only reduce the quality of the reflection and the shadows just a little bit, and the frame rates will stay pretty much to 60 FPS. So now I have set the graphics to high instead of ultra, and it still uses 4x MSAA and still looks pretty good for such high resolution. And as you can see, the frame rates are pretty much locked to 60 FPS even at such a demanding location. Other locations in this particular games are very less demanding as compared to this particular stretch of the road. Here you can see I have only reduced the quality of the shadows, and the FPS has boosted and they stayed very close to 60. Had I reduced the reflection as well, it would have stayed to 60 FPS for sure. So guys, this was a comprehensive showcase of the graphics of this particular game in 4K resolution, and also to show you the performance of this game in 4K resolution in max settings, and how you can achieve a decent frame rate such as 60 frames per second in all those max settings. So guys, I hope that you have liked the video, and if you have liked it, make sure you press the thumbs up button at the bottom of this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.